Oh. Well, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, my mum has passed away, unfortunately. And I know I just recently posted a video kind of talking about is it weak for men to show vulnerability? And I got some mixed opinions, I think, on it somewhat. Didn't really want to make this video, but I thought that there's a few lessons that you can learn, and there's a few insights that I can share about this experience that I've had. And I lied. I said that video was recorded on the 9th of October, but I was wrong. It was recorded, I think, must have been the 2nd or something like that. So yeah, it must have been the 2nd. So yeah, I guess mum died, and it is the hardest thing I've ever had to comprehend. It's the hardest thing I think I will ever go through, and the hardest thing that I am going through or have gone through. There's really no way to explain it, and I think it affects me a bit differently than others. So I'll explain. Me and my mum had the best relationship a mother and son could have ever had, and I'm very, very, very fortunate that it was that way. My mum was the kindest, most genuine soul, and she respected me, and that's what made our relationship so special, is that she respected me as a person. And I don't remember the last ill words we said to each other. I don't remember the last argument we had. It must have been years ago. Mum was fighting cancer for a long time. 2 and a bit years. And it went up and down. So, and it kind of, caught up. I think it's a lot harder for me because, first of all, Mum was my best friend. Like, sometimes I saw Mum as just my friend or my best friend instead of my mum. We talked about absolutely everything, and without trying, she kind of led me on the way to, I think, the philosophy that I've adopted, as I've mentioned in my videos, is Stoicism. And she wasn't she didn't practice it, she didn't believe or whatever, but a lot of her values that she had were very, from Stoic, philosophers. And I'm very, very fortunate to have had someone of that value in my life. But it's hard because, I guess, the way I live, it's a very lonely sport. As you know, I do bodybuilding. It's not a hobby for me. It's not a side activity. It is very, very much my lifestyle. It is my life. without bodybuilding, I probably would have blown my head straight off my shoulders by now. And bodybuilding is the one thing that I live for. I literally do not want to do anything else with my life, and Mum was the only person that I ever knew who really supported me, because I guess you get a lot of fake support, people who think they know you and people who they're not so close with you. And I guess the way that I live, I don't really talk to people that much. I don't let a lot of people in, and Mum was an exception. But a lesson to be learned out of this, that I'd like to share, is you must make the most of your life and make the most of the relationships that you have in your life. And if you have a relationship with someone and it doesn't benefit you and you don't get anything out of it and it causes you harm, then you need to get out of the relationship, because you need to be around people who give you value, that you enjoy being around. Because life, depending on how you live, and for most people, it is very, very, very short-lived. And a lot of time, it's wasted. So it's not so much life is short, but life is wasted. Most of the time, 80% of life is wasted with shit that you shouldn't have wasted on, or people shouldn't have wasted on. So you must live in the present, you must live in the now, because that is the only thing that will ever exist, is the now. Everything before right this second is gone, is dead, is death, and everything in the future is yet to happen, and that is down to the hands of fate. I don't think I felt more alone in my life, and that is not a bad thing. I don't think. I don't find it a bad thing. I don't have a lot of close friends. That is a choice of mine, because I guess I have high standards. Because I do have high standards, because I know that life can be short, and I do not want to waste my time with people who do not give me value and who do not add anything to my life, and I can't add anything to theirs. So yeah, one of my learnings from this experience that I am going through, that I want to pass on to you guys, is that you should make the most of your relationships right now. Make the most of the people you're around. Don't put up with crap. Only be around people who give you value and you can give value to, and people you enjoy being around. Because you do not want to waste your life. Mum died on the 12th of October, 2025, and for me that was the day, well not for me, or in New Zealand, whatever, that was the day the Mr. Olympia was held. That was when I could have watched it. And for me that is a very, very, very significant thing. I think you should always be your first supporter. You should be, beyond anyone else, you should be the person who supports yourself the most. And I knew that I was, and I know that I am. But I also knew that Mum was the only other person who truly supported me with what I was doing and with the lifestyle that I was living and the way that I wanted to live. Mum was the only person who truly understood. And I will miss Mum every day. Sometimes I have the feeling that if bodybuilding does not work out, I do not want to be on this planet. Which is why it is so important to me. Which is why that it's my life. Because I guess now I know that there is nothing else out there for me. Mum was very, very, very much my one truly. From every challenge that we face, from every situation we're in, there is always a learning opportunity. There's always something to gain from it. And even in time of grief and sadness, as I'm feeling, there's always something to take from it to make you better. And what I take from this experience that I hope some others can take on as well without going through the same thing is that you should always have high standards for who you be around and who you let into your life. Because at the end of the day, you only live one life. You only live once. And so you should never, ever waste a moment with someone who does not benefit you in any way and brings you down. And you have to lower your self-respect to be with them or to be around them. Second is to live your life to the fullest. You never know what will happen. That is in fate's hand. So you must make the most of your life, no matter what. If you do not enjoy your job, either find a way to enjoy it, because your opinions at the end of the day are the only thing you control, and so you can choose to enjoy anything. And if not, you can leave your job. Never do anything that you do not want to do and that does not value you or does not give you value or you can't learn anything from. As I said before, life is, with most people, everyone say life is short. Life is not short, but most of the time it is just wasted. That is why I do not want to live a long life. I feel, well, and that's how I feel right now. Obviously that can change, but I do not want to live a long life. After bodybuilding, I do not want to do anything. I don't see, right now, I do not see me having kids, happy family, whatever. All I want is bodybuilding at the end of the day. That is the only thing I found true purpose and worth in for myself. Others may, and I can understand how others may see that as sad or, not right, but that is just my way of viewing life, and I know that I enjoy doing bodybuilding to the fullest. I know that every day that I wake up and know that I do bodybuilding, that I'm going to enjoy myself because I'm doing something that I love. So you must find something that you love, and you must put all your worth, all your value, every ounce of effort into it. Because then you give yourself value in your own mind, and that is the biggest thing. A lot of people, when they lose someone close to them, they feel, oh my gosh, I wish I told them this. I wish we didn't fight as much. I wish I didn't do that. Then that was really mean. Or I wish we hung out more, whatever. I guess the way that I live and choose to live, I don't feel that way whatsoever. I spent a lot of time with mum, and I enjoyed every moment with mum. I don't remember the last ill words we said to each other. I remember getting value from mum every time I was with her. I remember pure happiness from her. And the only other time I felt truly happy is when I am bodybuilding, when I'm at the gym. And if I felt the same way when I was with my mum, yeah. So that kind of leads into value the people that you have in your life. If you have someone that you care about, that you love being around, that you enjoy their presence, and you get so much and you learn from them and they learn from you, then you must cherish that relationship. You must waste no time. One other thing I want to touch on before I end this is you should never, ever expect someone to be there for you, which is kind of sad. I guess that's the world we live in. But everyone is going through their own shit every day. Everyone is going through so much chaos, their own life, and that gives them so much stress. Every single person on this planet feels this way. They all have something going on. Their first priority is their health, their themselves. And that's how I feel, that you shouldn't expect anyone to be there for you, because at the end of the day, are the only person you can control. You're the only person who you can, change the thoughts of. You're in control of yourself, no one else. So the first person that you need to be there for you is yourself. I had someone very special to me who was very close to me. And I expected them to be there for me, in this time of hurt. But that person, was going through their own battles at the end of the day, and they couldn't be there for me. Absolutely. Thinking now, that's absolutely fine. They have their own battles they need to attend to, and they need to go through. I'm no exception. Just a quick adding on to that. Because you know that everyone else is going through their own battles, this is where you must always be kind to others. Right? Always be kind, always be respectful of others, because you have no idea what is going on in their life. I go to the supermarket, no one is going to know that my mum just died. No one knows that I was holding her hand as she died. No one knows that. So you should never expect people to, give you the benefit of the doubt or give you, some sort of recognition or sympathy or empathy or whatever, because they don't know what's going on in your life. Only you do, right? So because you know that you don't know what that person's going through, they could be going through hell for all you know. So always be kind. And you may be going through some stuff yourself. Like I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. But that does not mean that I get to be unkind and rude to people. Because everyone has their own battles at the end of the day. I think we'll end this here. I hope you have learned something from this, and I hope you can take away one of the very many, things from this that I've touched on. Yeah.
I enjoy the ability to master the pain and to be above it and to be able to go through it with my determination, because your impulses are telling you to stop. It's hurting. Why would you carry on? Just stop, man. But no, there's a goal at the end that I want to get to. So in order to achieve that goal, I'm willing to go through the pain, and I will go through the pain. And I will take pride in the fact that I was able to do that.